Bob, are you ready for the last time? We're probably not going to talk about him next week because it's WrestleMania build. Are you ready for the last time in the next, 10, 14 days? We're going to talk about AEW. You ready for this?
Yep. Let's get it over with. No, I'm just kidding. There's some good moments on tonight's show.
There were some good moments. We will talk about the good moments, but we've been far too nice on this show so far. I need to talk about something that is really pissing me off. I gave you a headline 3 weeks ago. We end every show with a headline. We tell you what people are going to be talking about next week in the world of wrestling in both promotions. I gave you a headline a few weeks ago that Will Ospreay, Okada, and Mercedes Moné are going to usher in the new era of AEW wrestling. I think Okada has been presented fantastic. I think Ospreay is as over as can be, and the match that he had this week and past weeks have been exactly what you want out of Will Ospreay. I am, and I'm going to swear here, so if you're mad at that, cover your ears. I cannot believe what the fuck they are doing with Mercedes Moné. It is, I am so, this is a wrestler that is at the top of the field to me. Like if I had to pick any wrestler, any promotion out of a hat, I wouldn't go too far before I picked Mercedes Moné on my draft team. If I was drafting wrestlers, she is to me wonderful in every aspect and an absolute character, whether she's a babyface or a heel. And the 3 weeks of television we've gotten for her on AEW have been downright disastrous. And it's not her. I'm talking about what the fuck are we doing with her? We now have her on commentary watching a four-way match of people that, yes, some matter, some don't. It's the secondary women's title, and she's just sitting there on camera talking to it. And then when the fight breaks out, Julia Hart comes out to knock somebody out. She's walking away on the ramp, sort of giving like, I'll get you later. I understand they're slow building something with Willow Nightingale based off an injury in the past, but Jesus Christ, man, is she not medically cleared? Can she not get into the ring? Can she not have a match? Is there no feud we're building to? It's been 3 fucking weeks, Bob. This is supposed to be the biggest star that you signed in the women's division, and she hasn't done a goddamn thing. Am I losing my mind? You are warring with WWE right now. They are in the biggest build of the biggest year of their whole entire calendar, and you need to go after them. You might not be able to be better than them right now, but you need to draw some viewers away, some headlines away. And how do you do that? With the biggest free agent that you signed, and she's done nothing. I'm so angry about it. I'm so angry about it. You, as another fan of wrestling, what is your take on Mercedes Moné? Don't even know what her last name is anymore because every time they pronounce it, it's different. What's your take on her and AEW so far?
Yeah, I have not been impressed. I really haven't, and that's not through her fault of hers. It's not her fault. The opening, I didn't like her first promo really because if she felt like a politician. The second week it was kind of the same thing, and you liked it a little more. This week, like, what do you do exactly? Like, what do you like? Have her have a match. Have her showcase anything. Give her a squash match. Ospreay's wrestling all over the place here. Like,
exactly.
Okada's already a champion.
The title on Okada already.
Yeah. It's just disappointing. It's like I don't know. There's a problem with Tony Khan with like big stars where he puts them in matches, and I'm not doing this to mention CM Punk. I'm just saying like CM Punk versus Bobby Fish and like shit like that. Like, no, like, why is that match on my screen? Like, let's like why like, and I would even take that from Mercedes Moné at this point.
I would kill to see Mercedes Moné versus Bobby Fish. Like, I would kill to see Mercedes Moné versus I don't care. You name the wrestler, put her up against that zombie character that they have. I don't care. Abaddon, like, put it up. I want to see it.
Well, it's just the fact that, I mean, there's not enough stars in that division, I guess. I don't know what the problem is.
Not. It doesn't. She is the star. She is the star. So what are you doing with her? You put her in the ring against anybody, and that's appointment television because she is the star. We haven't done any. I couldn't tell you who she's fighting against. I couldn't tell you. It's been 3 weeks. It's almost a month. Who is her feud? We have a pay-per-view a few weeks away. Who is she fighting? Why is she fighting? We don't know anything. It's been 3 weeks of introductory content. I'm losing my mind.
I don't know off the top of my head. Does Willow Nightingale, was that like she's the number one contender now? Is that
she's the number one contender for Julia Hart's belt? Yes.
Is that title match happening next week?
We don't know. Is it it may have been announced on there. It may have been announced on
because I want Mercedes
Rampage. I don't know.
I want Mercedes Moné wrestling at Dynasty. She better be on the pay-per-view, but she needs to be in the ring before that. And you're right. Maybe she's not medically cleared. I have no freaking idea at this point. Some of the booking decisions that Tony Khan makes, if you think about him for more than half a second, your head explodes. You just got to accept it that this guy's a little bit of a weirdo. and like we'll see if it comes together. But he should have had like a concrete, hey, here's your first month of television, Mercedes Moné, banger after banger after banger, huge promo. We're building this star. We need you to interact with her. She's just like floating around on screen and sitting on commentary. And she just said nothing. I don't remember a damn thing she said tonight. She might as well not have been there, in my opinion. So it's just, it's just very, very disappointing. And, you'd think he would have some plan for a bigger, but apparently not.
In other AEW news, the tag team tournament turned out exactly the way you thought it'd be. We're going to get Young Bucks versus the Best Friends. Orange Cassidy is still wrestling somehow, and a couple of other really fun matches. But Will Ospreay won his match, fantastic, and then Swerve beat Takeshita in a great match. But we seem to be getting Swerve versus Joe. Is there anything from AEW Dynamite that stood out to you before we move on? Because frankly, again, I am the AEW fan. I want to be on this podcast yelling at you to get us more AEW segments on this show. I have nothing to say. So did anything stand out to you from AEW television this week or the past week?
Well, yeah, just the Undisputed Kingdom, the Mike Bennett and Matt Taven are the ROH tag team champions. They lost to the makeshift team of Orange Cassidy and Trent Beretta. I know they're in the Best Friends, but Trent Beretta typically teams with Chuck Taylor. So it's not even his regular teammate. So the ROH tag team champions lose to a makeshift team with Orange Cassidy. How am I supposed to take the Undisputed Kingdom, the United Kingdom, whatever we're calling this stupid faction? How am I supposed to take this shit seriously if they can't beat Orange Cassidy? Like, I know he's a great character, and I know he's like sells tickets and merch, but like they're putting way too much into Orange Cassidy being victorious all the time. Like the dude can lose a match once in a while. Like I'm just disappointed. Like I just hate what they're doing with Adam Cole's faction because Wardlow lost to Samoa Joe. These guys can't beat Orange Cassidy and Trent Beretta. Like what's Adam Cole's vision in the wheelchair? Like what's he concocting? What's he sitting there all day doing for this faction? They're not doing anything important. And the ROH thing, I don't want to go into that, but what a blunder. What a stupid decision it was to buy ROH. If this is what you got an internet streaming show on $9 a month that nobody in the world pays for, and your champions can't beat Orange Cassidy on Dynamite. I don't like what they're doing. I thought Undisputed Kingdom was supposed to be this big faction that took down MJF and were to be taken seriously. They're not. They're goofs. All of them, in my opinion. Even Adam Cole now, I just look at them all as goofs, and that's supposed to be a big heel faction. So that's my takeaway. Is just the booking for Undisputed Kingdom sucks.
I have I have nothing to refute. I have no ammo in the chamber, my friend, to refute here, and it's a sad day. Hopefully it gets better. We still have a fun pay-per-view coming up, but it's all WWE at the moment.